A smoothie or a beer, Jax and Stapleton, unfiltered is finally here.
It's Jax and Stapleton. Cut.
Welcome back. Now that we had that conversation about love.
Yeah. I know. Some of you are probably yawning, but truth of the matter is, water your fucking garden.
Yeah. Don't water somebody else's garden and go over there and start picking the freaking cantaloupes.
Right.
I don't know why I just said that.
I was like, right, and I look over and I'm like, no! Why do you call them cantaloupes?
I don't know what just happened. I was just thinking boo. I don't know. Yeah.
God. Now we got cantaloupes, and then we have... You know, last night, I got home after we went to dinner, and I don't know. I think it was the Travel Channel, Discovery's channel, one of the channels.
8 o'clock at night? Did you make your bedtime last night? Your downtime?
You're so stupid.
Your downtime time?
You know what time I left. It wasn't at bedtime.
I know.
It was later.
I went and delivered bread to Scooter.
You really think that I possibly go to bed early? Again, I told you I put my phone down.
I know you put your phone away.
I don't. Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah.
Communication. Out.
Nope.
Anyways.
But you have been answering your phone later at night. I have noticed that.
Yeah. It's getting to almost be springtime.
Yeah. God, thank God. Sun. We need sun.
So, going back is what I was talking about was I was watching Discovery Channel Travel. It might have been Travel. And they had a show about spirits, and you know how those guys go down, they go to like old prisons and they like basically ask
I love those shows, and they record
them all, knock 3 times if you know that I'm here, and you hear it. You know, that stuff is creepy. It's creepy, but it's interesting.
And it's real. I think it's real. I totally believe in that. 100%.
Real. I mean, they do say, like, if you go to purchase, like, antiques from an antique store, you go to whatever, you buy something old, you go to an estate sale, you buy something. You could bring the spirit home with you.
Yeah.
I think that that is very true. Matter of fact, one of my family members lived in South Carolina, and I vaguely remember this story, but I do know that she had a spirit in her home. And I think that when she discovered that she was allergic to what is the smell? Sage, because she was trying to have her house saged, and she was like really trying to kind of get rid of it because it was making all kinds of, like, it was really, don't think it was like a nice spirit at all. But dude, that fucker came here with him.
What do you mean here?
They live in Wichita now.
And it followed them?
Yes.
What did she bring? I mean, what did she have that brought the spirit?
I don't know. Maybe you jumped in the washer and said, I'm coming with you.
Throw the washer out. It came all the way to Wichita.
Yes, it came with them.
And do they still have it?
God, I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking recently I heard that it was still there, but I don't know.
But it's an unhealthy spirit, because there's good spirits and there's bad spirits.
Right. I mean, right. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. It's the Dickens. I'm pretty sure it's just the Dickens, but it's not mean, right?
But why did it attach to him?
I don't know.
That's freaking bizarre.
I mean, my mom, she sometimes smells my grandma.
I believe I have been in the house that I've been in for almost 3 years now. I would be laying in bed just like recently, and I would get a smell of like almost like vanilla or something, a sweet smell. And I wouldn't have a candle going or anything, but I'm in the house by myself, so I'm like, what the, kind of freaked me out. But I'm like, and it happened like a couple of days in a row where I just all of a sudden get this whiff, and I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, and but it's a sweet smell. It's a calming smell. And I should have like written down like what I was going through, or what I was, what made them, if it was a spirit, come to like, hey, relax.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just the Ambien.
Really thought this was true. I mean, my mom truly would smell my grandmother's
I believe that.
Perfume, but she also would smell her uncle's cigar.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that's a smell you don't just, wow.
Isn't that crazy?
So is he there, like, are they there just smoking a cigar, watching what you're doing? You'd have to break up with them too.
They're
They were
watching
staring
over,
at.
so thank God we have some good angels watching over us, but
Dang.
yeah, I mean, I there were some times that I feel like, when you get the feeling that somebody's watching you, but there's no one around you.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Does your dog get like a feeling that somebody's there?
Sometimes they'll just like do this thing, and it's like, what did you hear?
Yeah.
And it's like, and it's not so much Dolly. Dolly's just always chill, but Rogue and Lucy will be like sitting there, and all of a sudden they just,
Like something just
or they'll go, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I've saged my house. I have saged my house a few times.
They let you know too much.
They do. They haven't done that in a while. And I'm trying to think of if they've done it after
I think I know who
saged.
was probably coming around.
Who?
Whatever your past.
I
guarantee you she's a lost soul. She's a lost soul.
Stay where you belong.
Oh.
Oh man. Yeah, I wonder if she's taken over hell yet.
Maybe.
Did I just say that out loud?
Sometimes we have to say what it is that we're thinking.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But the scent was sweet. I was calm, but but I wonder when they
Right.
Oh.
Sometimes around here I get some creepy sounds.
In here?
Yeah.
In this apartment?
Yeah. Yeah.
See, what was in this building before?
I don't know. I think it was a morgue.
It could have been. You probably have a lot of spirits.
It wasn't. Douche. Sorry, technical difficulties of some kind of static that maybe you're not hearing, but we are.
We are.
What other experiences have you had?
It just started when we talked about her. The static.
Oh!
Shit! What the fuck?
You wait till tonight.
Did you hear the voices?
You're stupid.
No, but when we were talking, it happened right when we said that. When I was like, did she take over hell? And then all of a sudden,
yeah. I was telling you, yes, I am here.
Good evening, Spirit Board. Both Jax and Stapleton are present and have a question for you. All-knowing Spirit Board, will their unfiltered behind the mic viewers subscribe to their YouTube channel, or will they choose not to subscribe and miss all unfiltered announcements and updates? Are you having a bad day? Do you need some words of encouragement? Need to hear a friendly voice? Try dumb voice, An AI-powered pep talk just when you need it the most. Simply call 555-867-5309 to get the dumb voice of inspiration that is guaranteed to help brighten your day.
You are the best. Your presentation was top-notch.
You are the funniest person in every room.
Size really doesn't matter. 31 seconds is just right.
No, I did not fake it.
Enjoy dumb voice today and say goodbye to those terrible, horrible days. It is almost as good as the real deal.
Nope.
Have you ever experienced anything else?
I've experienced weird things, but there was a time. Have you ever like watched like shows about like satanic worshipers and like just crazy people like that worship the devil and witchcraft? And I mean, I don't think all witches, there's good witches, there's bad witches.
Yeah.
I happen to marry 2 very bad witches. But chink.
If that courthouse sees you coming up the stairs again for something else,
She's back.
fucking say, you're rejected. You can't do this again.
Is that
We're doing more paperwork. It's still on.
okay?
I could see.
Yeah. So I'm from a very small town in Oregon, and it's weird because there's places on the Oregon coast that it's devil everything: Devil's Churn, Devil's Elbow, Devil's Punch Bowl, Devil's, and
Your
it's just
other devil is there. Man, there's a theme.
I will never move back.
Damn!
Man,
That's quite the theme.
yeah.
Never thought about it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I
No,
interrupted
man,
that one. I shouldn't
man.
have. Because,
Yeah.
you know, she can go along with stories.
Oh my god, that's funny. Yeah, so anyway, I know this is hard to believe, but I was dating this guy in high school, and he had a car, and and we were like, hey, let's go to Devil's Elbow. And so my friend, who was actually my girlfriend, was with my cousin, who was a male.
So you were
And
masking.
so we were like double dating type of thing. Anyway,
You were masking.
I was masking, yes, for sure. And so we went to Devil's Elbow, and we started walking. You walked the trail up to his seat ahead lighthouse, and so we started going up there. And I looked down, and I was like, we probably had a couple beers in us. You know, we were in high school, whatever. And I looked down, and I was like, hey, they're having a party down at that fire, the bonfire. And there was probably 20, 30 people there. And it just, I mean, you couldn't see them. It was getting dark, but you could see the fire, and you could hear noises. And it was like, let's go check it out. So we started walking up the trail, and then we turned around. We're like, hey, let's go. We're going to go see what they're doing and see if they're partying and see what's up.
Yeah.
So we get on the beach, and we're walking. And the closer we got, this eerie, weird feeling came over me. And it was like, what's going on? And we were walking, and we got probably like maybe 15 to 20 yards from them. And all of a sudden, what they were doing, they were going around the fire, like dancing, and they just stopped. And I said my boyfriend's name. I'm like, and he's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, I know, what the fuck? And they had been like just hitting sticks and dancing, and they stopped, and they freaking turned all at the same time, turned and looked at us, and they had white masks on. Not like hoods, like KKK shit, but white masks, and it was black eyes. All you could see was white and the black eyes. Yeah.
What is the white? Like, it was like
It was
a
like
facial white mask?
I don't remember, like just a facial mask.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we stopped, and I was like, and he's like, hey, let's get the fuck out of here. I was like, yeah. And as soon as we turned our backs, they started chanting and clicking their sticks together.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's why you're a lesbian now.
Could be. Like, she's going to be gay now. We're going to put the curse on her. You will like fish.
They probably were like, they're chanting.
Or they're trying to get it out of my soul.
Saying, we got two lesbians with that. Two lesbians.
But we turned around and they started doing that. And then my cousin and my friend was walking and they're like, what's going on? And we're like, get the fuck out of here. And so we pretty much like ran to our vehicles and we took off. And I was just like, on the way to town, I was like, what was that? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, it was like, what was that we just interrupted?
Mm-hmm.
And what's going to happen to us? Like, some people, they say they hunt down and will kill if you interrupt this sacrifice.
Well, sure. I mean, I could.
They probably want me to come closer. They sacrifice Virgin Sherry.
I'm gonna just leave.
It was weird though, but
it's weird to hear that you have a boyfriend.
I'm sorry. I never put out for you. You just were my type. You're a great guy. Super cute. It just was weird.
Who says super cute?
The facial hair was just weird. It hurt. It was like, ugh. He's like, I'm just gonna keep going out with her. She'll give in. Nope. Anyway, so yeah, but they would sacrifice, like find people and like you've heard, maybe it's just movies but they'll find you and they sacrifice, depending on what you're interrupting. But after that, what we heard was around town that they were finding animals that had been sacrificed and finding the bones. Yeah, like there was like sheep, cows, whatever.
Cows are big.
Maybe
That's a big sack.
like a cow or
Okay,
something.
she's
Not
making
like
shit
that.
up. It was probably a squirrel.
Not like the same one that's living in Oregon. Not that kind of cow.
I thought that one was missing. You guys were looking for it at Christmas.
Maybe they got it.
Hopefully.
I should have went to Devil's Elbow to see if they were partying. I said, give me one of the masks. Let's go. Yeah, so anyway, but they were saying that they were finding animal remains throughout the Oregon coast. And I don't know if that was just rumor or what, but it was during that time. And of course, my boyfriend was the one that told me that, and I was like, holy shit. But think about it, Devil's Elbows, Devil's Church. I mean, there's, and I need to check it out and see all the devil names on the coastline.
Yeah.
And wonder, and find out the history of it, why it's called that.
Why does it begin with devil?
Right.
Yeah.
Is
there some evil around there?
Something, yeah. Like,
well, we know one just moved there a couple of years ago. Hopefully hopefully people are figuring that out.
I'm sure.
Time to take out the trash.
Push her to California.
Please. Give me my town back.
I got my town back.
Well, I do believe, yeah, you're right. If you interrupt something, it could probably be a little interesting for you later on.
You know?
Do you remember experiencing anything like out of the ordinary after that night?
Like I've had like I've pictured like things happening. And in fact, when I got my cards read the first time, which we did a segment on that, but we haven't released it yet. But she goes, you know when things are going to happen before they happen. And she goes, you got a little of that in you. And I'm like, and she's like, don't you? And I was like, yeah. I could have told you Gene Hackman was going to die. Seriously.
How?
Because a couple weeks ago, I pulled up I pulled up Facebook, and he came up, and I'm like, that guy's still alive? And I'm like, he's not going to be around much longer. Something's going to happen to him. I swear to God. straight arrow. Can't lie on a straight arrow. Straight arrow. And I was like, something's gonna happen to him. And then when that came out a couple of days ago, I was like, holy shit.
But he probably passed 2 weeks ago when you had that fight.
It was fucking
because
weird.
they said that their body was already
decomposed.
Uh-huh.
But I didn't. Yeah, it was because I looked and I was like, something.
That is fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah. I've
Are you
had
sure?
Yeah, like
Is this Ambien?
I'm gonna win the lottery. No, I've had things like that happen.
Why can't you use that for girls? I mean,
well, it's weird.
Perhaps it would have been better.
Yeah.
Luck.
We just got a brand new SKU on William Monte Alvin.
You recording? Because you can hear about the tequila. Motherfucker! That is fucking disgusting. You are so gross. You're gonna wake up with this stuff in your crack one day. That hairy crack that you shave, supposedly. Gross.
They're new. They're freshly out of the bag.
Freshly out of my mouth.
I had a guy before I went to Oregon for Christmas, and he called me and he said, Sherry, I just wanted to call and say hi to you. Yeah, and he goes, you've been on my mind.
Gene
Oh,
Hackman's
see?
coming through. Hang on 1 second.
This shit's kind of freaking me out now, dude.
Relax.
Why did it just start like
You're
that?
fine. Just
So anyway, and he goes, I was just thinking about you. Are you going on a trip? Are you doing anything? And I was like, yeah, I'm going home to see my family in Oregon in a couple, actually it was days. And I hung up with him. It was super nice that God, this is weird. Our stuff's going bonkers now. And it was just, I hung up and I was like, God, he's such a great guy. He always, thinks about me. And we did the same thing. When we think of each other, we'll call each other. But it was just out of the blue, and I hadn't talked to him for a while. And I hung up, and in my mind, I was like, something's going to happen at Christmas. And I was actually kind of nervous getting on the plane, because you know how I feel about planes. And I was like, something's going to happen. I'm not sure what it is, but I just had this gut feeling that there was going to be an event at Christmas. And then we got through Christmas, and then 2 days later, my brother-in-law passed away.
yeah.
While I was home in Oregon. Like, why was it then that, because I would have wanted to fly out there.
Yeah.
My daughter and I were already there. We were at family. It was a weird.
How did that tie in with the call?
The call, because when I hung up, and when I hung up, I said, in my head, I was like, something's gonna happen. That's why he's checking on me. He's preparing me for something that's gonna happen.
So this is
to let me know
that you're close to.
We're good friends. Like, we don't hang out or anything, but we could do lunch or anything. But when we see each other, we just have this connection.
Guy is just randomly checking in with you that day.
Yeah. He just said, hey, you were on my mind. I wanted to, just reach out to you. And I was like, hey, Franco, I love you. And he's like, love you too, Sherry. And very great guy. So, and that meant the world. But when I hung up, I was like, this isn't good. And I had that feeling. And when we got through Christmas, I was like, okay, Christmas. Because my dad has a hard time at Christmas. He's lost a lot of family members. So it's not a good time of year for him.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, we made it. And then 2 days later, my brother-in-law had passed away. And it was just, but it's so weird, because why did it happen while we were home?
Yeah.
For it to happen, not that it's a good time anytime, but it couldn't have happened at a better time for us being there with family. Mm-hmm. Just weird.
Sad event.
Yeah. Yep. But he's the reason I pushed for this podcast. I was like, hey, let's do this. So
Yeah.
anyway,
My hair keeps getting stuck on the mic. So,
have you ever done Ouija board?
oh God, I heard weed. I thought you were going to say, have you ever done weed?
Oh, weed? Have you done weed?
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I was in my 30s.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Ouija board.
No, I have not.
Would you ever?
No, I don't see
Why?
a reason for it.
Like, wouldn't it be fun?
No! You're like the biggest wimp when it comes to anything like that. So,
So, true story, back at Devil's Elbow, State Park.
that alone should have told you.
You're right. And it was after the ching, 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 woo, you're going to
my
be
God.
gay,
See, she
white
doesn't learn
face, people. Yeah, no, I don't learn. Still on the date with the soup girl, too. So I was like, hey, guys. And it was a stormy night because it always rains in Oregon. Well, a lot. And I was like, let's do the Ouija board at Devil's Elbow. And his seat ahead.
Oh, it was your idea.
It was my idea.
Holy
Yeah.
smokes.
And they're like, yeah, let's do it. And I was like, okay, because supposedly Hasita had the like keeper's house is haunted. And there's a big story about, and I think her name is Rue. And there was like a story of this guy went up to the lighthouse and a lady was yelling for her kid.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, well, how long has he been missing? And she goes like, since 1931 or something like that. And there's like where they broke glass in the house and they would go and come back and it would be swept up. Yeah. So anyway, so that area has craziness. But I was like, let's go to Devil's Elbow and do the Ouija board. And so we're like, okay. And so there was like probably 5 of us. And we had the flashlights and everything. And so my friend, who is very spiritual, very open-minded, very carefree, was like, yeah, I'll do it. And I can't remember who she was doing it with, but she's like, are you here with us? And it would go to Y, E, S. What's your name? And I don't think, just like questions. And I think it would start to do things. And when I was watching my friend, she would like had her hand on it and she was just like all just slowly like being taken over. Like something was coming over her. And I'm watching and the more it was coming over her, the quicker the Ouija, the board, it was going. Yeah. And she goes, how did you die? And it went to AX. And she goes, wah! And she hit the board and she jumped up. And she's like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And it was like another one. Let's get our shit out.
Did she talk about it after?
No, we didn't talk about it. It was like she goes,
like y'all split and then
we
she
were like,
didn't,
no,
say,
we don't,
oh, I felt
no.
something weird.
No, she told us, she goes, I felt something taking over my body. Yeah, and when you were watching, it was just like, she was doing this, like, almost like Stevie Wonder, like, oh, and the more, and then all of a sudden she just went boom, and like came back to, I swear, straight arrow, honest to God truth.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was, Oh,
Lord,
I got another.
Here we go.
I did a happy birthday video at Devil's Elbow. And it didn't.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Why would you even go there?
Well, I was trying to get the sunset. I was trying to do the video right. A happy birthday video, doing all this stuff. And then.
Yeah, you went out of your way for nothing on that
and
one.
if this is not weird, I got ghosted. I should have picked a different fucking beach.
Fuck. Oh my God. Well,
Well, it should have went down to get Lane Beach or something.
oh, you and your luck.
During the filming of this episode, both Jax and Stapleton noticed some static feedback in their earbuds. both mentioned it and observed that it was during their conversation about spirits and a wife or two who have already passed away. Shortly after, Jax informed Stapleton and producer Jazzy that her video was distorted, that it went into slow-mo about 5 minutes in of their bonus segment. Stapleton was reluctant to believe Jax, but when the two met to film their next podcast, Jax played the video and its haunting sounds. This video or audio was in no way edited or altered. Listen carefully, as the sound is difficult to hear until well into the segment. And be sure to pay close attention to Stapleton's expressions as she hears the haunting sounds for the first time on camera.
Dude. What the fuck? So, we recorded last week, and we haven't rolled out that portion yet. It is about spirits and ghosts and what have you. And I sent my recording for it to be dumped, and so we can move forward with that piece. And when I try to play it back here at home, everything loaded up fine, from what I understand, with the producer. But I tried to play back because I was like, oh, what did we talk about? Because it like happens.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah. And everything blurs together. Like you're like, what did we talk about? And it's like you have to go back and oh, okay, and then
Right.
yeah, because it's
So, I mean, it's funny, pieced together 100%. But you also kind of want to watch yourself and kind of learn and grow and whatever. But as I was playing it back, there was regular voice. And then I'm going to just go ahead and try to
oh my god.
play it so y'all can hear what I'm talking about. But again, keep in mind through that segment, we truly were hearing noises
In our
in our earpieces.
in our earpieces.
And there was static and there was some other things, but you couldn't hear it.
But we could.
We could.
And we kept looking at each other like, what's going on here?
Yeah. But here we go.
Here's the creepy part. Frickin' snake oil.
What does that mean? So corner when she comes. Oh my god, that's not what I
So I just say, I'm around the corner, I'll be there at 5, I'll be there at 1. I said today too. And I said, I'm
gonna let you guys know that in no way, shape, or form did I touch my phone.
straight arrow. We did not touch
Nothing
anything.
was touched, recorded just like normal.
And we were talking about ghosts, spirits, satanic worshipers. When she called and told me this, I was like, I didn't believe her. And
Yeah.
I'm hearing this like now thinking
For the first time.
for the first time.
It's more creepy. Coming.
It makes my hair stand up the back of my neck. God!
That's Stapleton's laugh. God, I can't
Oh my
wait
God.
until we visit some of these places.
Oh
so
my
you can
God.
Freak out.
God! Like literally, my hair is standing up. Oh.
Dude, this is crazy. It's fucking crazy.
My God.
You really honestly can't make this shit up.
No.
You know?
Oh,
If y'all don't believe in things, you might
wow.
want to turn it around because it does happen.
Oh my God.
And you were kind of getting a little freaky anyways about having that conversation. in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah. Because, yeah, it's scary.
So hopefully today's whatever it is that we do today records just fine.
Yeah. Yeah. We're not going to talk about. Let's talk about that.
We're just gonna call it that. We just wanted to share that.
Wanted to share.
Peace out.
Peace. Deuces.
Thank you for watching this episode of Jax and Stapleton Unfiltered. Today's show featured founding podcasters Jax and Stapleton. Executive produced by both Jax and Stapleton. Sound editing and the theme song by Jamie Hudson. Video editing by Jax, Stapleton, and Jamie Hudson. Produced by Daniel Aguilera. Be sure to follow us on your socials. We'll be popping up soon on all. Or visit us at jaxstapletonunfiltered.com. As Jax always says, don't be vain and think this podcast is about you.
No, I didn't.